Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon Buddies, and today, something a little different. What do we got, buddy?
Always got something different. Today we have 5 available. Sorry, I'm just seeing how good looking you are.
Oh, I appreciate it.
So 5 available bourbons under $30.
There's some solid stuff in that price point, and I think that's really speaks to a lot of people who are trying to get into bourbon, don't want to have to go out and spend $60, $70 thinking that's what they have to spend to get a good quality bourbon and start to appreciate bourbon. There are some good finds in there. So, and these are going to be 5 that are available to us readily.
We're going to start off with a little bit of one of these just good bottles, I think, that just sit on the shelf all the time. You see them, they're there, they're waving at you, and sometimes
But you pass by.
Yeah, you just pass by it. This is the Knob Creek Small Batch, but this has now got the 9-year age statement back on.
And what are we talking money-wise?
Money-wise, I mean, you can usually get this right at $30. Sometimes you might find it a teeny bit over $30.
Okay,
but
so we're pushing the envelope with this one, but it's worth it.
You're gonna get nice age on this. You're gonna get some complexities, and it's 100 proof. I mean, Jim Beam, made by Jim Beam. They're doing the right thing with this.
We're just going to work our way across.
Sounds like a good flavor.
All right. Wild Turkey 101. Now, see, I think this gets a little overlooked because a lot of people see it at the bar. I think it gets mixed in a lot of stuff,
Which is blasphemy.
It really is. It's a shame. I mean, not that it wouldn't be good in
No,
something
no,
if you
yeah.
want to mix it. I'm not somebody who mixes bourbon in anything or whiskey in anything. I do think that's sacrilegious. But for me, 101, I think is solid, good drinking bourbon, straight up, just straight, neat, in a glass.
Yeah, this isn't your college bourbon anymore, folks. This is a damn fine whiskey. It's tasty. It's got everything you need. Yeah, I totally agree, buddy. So this is Evan Williams Single Barrel. They will always tell you the vintage on there. So it'll tell you exactly when it was barreled and then when it was bottled. 2012, put in oak. And it sat in there from, this one was January 17th, 2012 to January 10th, 2020.
You know, in theory, they're picking the barrels when they're ready, and you can't really argue with that for $26. A single barrel for $26. I've passed this over several times, and it wasn't until you were like, "Hey, I've been hearing good things about it. Try it." You know, because I was like, I don't know what to buy, and we were hem-hawing around at the store, and we took a shot on it, and pretty happy with it, especially for the money.
Oh, yeah. Let's say that you're a big Basil Hayden's fan. Basil Hayden sits at 80 proof. And if you go for Basil Hayden's, they upcharge that son of a gun.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, is that this will smoke Basil Hayden for literally breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Basil Hayden's, to me, seems just a little soft on all sides. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems to be leaves you wanting a little bit.
This is 6 proof points higher than Basil Hayden, so 86 proof, I believe that's sitting at. I just want to make sure. 86.6, so a little bit. So it's a little bit higher than Basil Hayden's. It's soft, it's sweet, it's laid back, but it's different than Basil Hayden's, where that just kind of falls flat for me.
Yeah.
This
holds up.
Yeah.
This holds up.
What do you got next, buddy?
Can't really go wrong with Elijah Craig. This was one of the first bourbons that I ever bought. Not the first, but one of the, I would say, in the first 5. And I remember buying it several times and thinking, man, this stuff seems to drink better than $28 or $26, whatever it was back then.
This is just classic bourbon.
It really is.
Everything you get out of there is just what, if you were to dream of bourbon, which we do all the time.
Yeah. If somebody wants to know what is the essence of bourbon, this is pretty much covers all bases. The definition of bourbon in a bottle.
And it sits at a nice proof point that people aren't scared about. It's 94 proof, but just enough to give you some oomph. So
Right.
it doesn't leave you like...
You're getting the full experience without putting people over the top or scaring them away.
That's delicious stuff, and it's always on the shelf.
I'm gonna say it's overlooked, but maybe doesn't get all the attention it deserves.
They got age in there. There's age.
Yeah, they're
know?
not fooling around. That's a really good product.
Yay to Heaven Hill.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Heaven. Next, buddy, is one you turned me on to. This stuff is actually pretty good, man.
Yeah, this is the most affordable out of the picks that we just did.
Wow.
This is sitting at $17.99 when I bought it. So
That's a serious value there.
yeah,
That's almost a steal.
Well,
You know
look
what?
at-
We're going to delete this because we don't want the price to go up.
yeah, stop. A lot of people also look at Rebel Yellow and go, ugh, that's college drink, and I
Yeah.
got sick off. No, dude, Rebel Yell 100 is a totally different ball game.
I was when you were like, dude, you got to try this for the price. You're like, I think we compared it to something else. We did like a little blind or a little battle of or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. And I was blown away. And I was thinking it was like $24, but even at like 18, that's even a better. That's a steal if you ask me. So you'd say this is probably the one that would steal the show in this category because this is under 20 now. Too.
Yeah, holds up to these bad boys. So, and girls.
And girls,
The only thing is Rebel Yell 100, you might not find it everywhere.
but most places.
That's the only, I think, drawback compared to these 4 other ones that we have up here, where you can literally find these I would say, everywhere.
The point of this is just that you don't have to spend a ton of money to start appreciating and really start kind of dipping the toes in and
Nice little soak.
yeah, and experiencing bourbon and seeing some variety and learning, like kind of having, building a palate and doing those things.
Don't be ashamed of even if you're like a seasoned vet bourbon taster, whiskey taster, these should be on your shelf.
And if it's been a while,
Yeah, because if you like progress to like, oh, I'm finding this,
yeah,
honey bear-
you're buying $50, $60, $70 bottles. It's like, you know what? Don't be ashamed to come back and revisit like a 101 or Elijah Craig. It's good just to kind of come back to where you started, if that's where you started, which most of us do, and just kind of revisit, because with that palate you've developed, you'll actually start to appreciate it more.
Come back to your roots.
Yep. Keep it simple. So that is all for this episode of the Bourbon Buddies. We really appreciate all the love and support that we're getting. We're having a lot of fun. So please, if you like what we have to say, please hit that subscribe button. And we look forward to seeing you in the comments. Cheers.
Cheers.